Welcome back to the most unprofessional sports channel on YouTube. Welcome back to Swills Hair Sports. I'm your host, Zach Zuckerberg Merkel, here with my co-host today, Aaron. Go and say hi, Aaron.
Hi.
Alright, in this video, we'll be talking about the updated playoff picture in the NFL. But first, please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Aaron, please bring up the updated playoff picture for us, sir. So we'll talk about the AFC first. In the AFC right now, we've got clinched out of the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens, and then the Dolphins have also clinched a playoff spot, but not their division yet. Chiefs right now sit at the 3 seed, not yet clinching their division. The Jags at the 4 have not clinched theirs either. And then right now, if the season were to end today, those 3 wildcard spots would be the Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills, and Indianapolis Colts, with the Houston Texans being the first team outside of the playoffs. So, Aaron, obviously a few things have changed in the wildcard scene since we last looked at this. Division leader is kind of the same. But what are your thoughts as far as that, like... Really, the Bills, I guess, renaissance is the main thing to point out here. They went from like the 10th or 11th seed all the way up to the 6th, and now basically guaranteed a playoff spot, assuming they handle their business heading forward. But other than that, what are some other key takeaways?
I think Houston has a legitimate shot to maybe win the division. Now that they're tied with Jacksonville record-wise.
Them and Indianapolis
think
both.
Jacksonville. Yeah, I think Jacksonville still holds the tiebreaker over Houston. I can't quite.
Yeah, because they all have the same record, so I would assume so.
Yeah. So they're gonna need a little help, but I think they've got a shot. And then obviously Indianapolis hanging in there at the 7 seed.
Yeah, the AFC South is a little crazy right now. It'd be interesting to see what it would look like if C.J. Stroud hadn't gotten that concussion and missed 2 games. And then with the Colts, obviously, riding with backup quarterback Gardner Minshew for the majority of the season, he may end up taking them to a playoff game, which would be crazy to see. But another great story in the AFC is the Cleveland Browns. Overcoming injury after injury, losing Nick Chubb really early in the season, losing Deshaun Watson, which may or may not have been that big of a loss later on in the year. Going through 3 different backup quarterbacks and finally settling on Joe Flacco, making his NFL return. Over halfway through the year, hasn't played all season, comes in, leads the Browns to, I believe, 3 straight wins since he came back. Defense, one of the best in the league. What are your thoughts on the Browns? Do you think they got a chance to make some noise in the playoffs? Because, man, if that Browns defense goes up against like that Jags team, or that inexperienced Texans offense, or a backup quarterback in Gardner Minshew, like, I could see the Browns eating any 3 of those teams alive in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco's back to his elite self.
Exactly.
His Super Bowl run with the Ravens back in the day. So they're a very dangerous team, I would say, for kind of any of those 3 teams that you named. And honestly, some others, I could see them giving that defense, really giving any team in the AFC a run for their money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to assume. So, like, let's assume they beat whoever comes out of the AFC South, because I think we can all agree they could easily beat any 3 of those teams with that defense. Them as the 5 seed would, assuming Kansas City and Miami handle business, that 5 seed would then go on to play Baltimore, which we know how sketchy AFC North games can be. The Browns could maybe walk into Baltimore, steal a playoff game, while Lamar and the rest of the Ravens are coming off that bye week, a little sluggish. Browns all of a sudden find themselves in an AFC Championship game against like the Chiefs or the Dolphins. Like, I think it's very likely that or the Bills. Well, the Bills would then play the Ravens in the second round, assuming they win. So then we all have a whole different set of circumstances. But yeah, I mean the Browns. I think you could put money on to make the AFC Championship game or even the Super Bowl as much as any other team in the NFL right now. Like, I have a lot of confidence in them going forward with that defense. And if Joe Flacco, who's been there, done that, let's not forget that. He's been there and done that. He's not, your normal backup.
Joe Schmo.
Yeah, he's not your normal
He's
Joe
Flacco.
He's Joe Flacco. Yeah, he's not your normal backup that you sign in free agency halfway through the year. This is a previous Super Bowl MVP, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Ray Lewis won it. I can't remember. Regardless, Super Bowl winning quarterback. I have a lot of confidence in the Browns because, man, as that 5 seed, they're gonna have the easiest first round game out of any other wild card team for sure. That AFC, whoever wins the AFC South is the worst division winner, and I don't think that's a hot take. So, what's another thing that stands out to you in the AFC?
I mean, technically, the Raiders could still win the division.
Yeah. It's scary, don't get me wrong, but is it likely?
You want to go there?
We could go there. We could talk about it. I mean, yeah. For those who don't know, if the Chiefs lose both of their next 2 games and the Raiders win both of their next 2 games, the Chiefs actually miss the playoffs, I believe, and the Raiders win the division. Can you pull up the Raiders' schedule? Because I'm kind of concerned. Yeah, because they have the Colts and the Broncos. So, not the easiest to... Well, the Broncos game could end up being a cakewalk now that Jarrett Stidham's starting. But the Colts game should be competitive. The Colts are actually playing for something right now. And then, yeah, the Chiefs... Bengals and Chargers. I think it comes down to this week, really. If the Chiefs lose to Cincinnati... Well, obviously, if the Chiefs win, then they clinch. But if the Chiefs lose to Cincinnati and the Raiders somehow beat Indianapolis... Oh, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be real nervous, Aaron. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to be real nervous. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat during that Charger game because I think the Raiders are going to beat that Broncos team, and I could definitely see us just...
Well, you don't have any faith in Jarrett Stidham?
No. Should I?
I don't know. Probably
He's on his 3rd team in 3 years, so... Yeah. Yeah, so I went there with the Raiders. I went there. I'm scared. I'm not going to lie, Aaron. I'm a little scared. Jake Browning's low-key nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. I really wish we would have just beat him and put it away. That's all we had to do. Especially with the Broncos losing, that's all we had to do. So, that's tough.
Gotta win one.
Just gotta win one. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the NFC. Alright, in the NFC, we got clinched already. San Francisco has clinched their division. Excuse me. In the NFC West, Philadelphia clinched a playoff spot, but not their division yet, as them and the Cowboys are still fighting it out to see who can win the NFC East, formerly known as the NFC Least. Then you got that number 3, the Detroit Lions, who, for the first time in franchise history, clinched the NFC North. Congrats to Dan Campbell and all the Lions fans. It's been a long, long journey. I am very empathetic to your plight throughout the decades, Detroit. Glasses up. Congrats. Because you made it seem like it's possible for anybody. And I mean this. To the Detroit Lions. And Dan Campbell.
You're acting like Dan Campbell.
And at number 4, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. I got eggnog on my face. Baker Mayfield, with a career renaissance down there in Tampa Bay, could very well be saving his NFL career. Is it still in my face? Could be very well be saving his NFL career. In my opinion, he earned a new contract with the Tampa Bay Bucs going forward. And they haven't clinched yet, man. But I got a feeling that they're going to make the playoffs as the number 4 seed. And who knows? With Dallas on the skid they're on, maybe they can scare the boys there in the first round of the playoffs. And speaking of them, we got them at number 5 as the number 1 wild card team, clinching a playoff spot already. Could still win their division, but they got some more cut out for them. Number 6, we got the Los Angeles Rams, who out of nowhere have come up with Matt Stafford coming back. And honestly, all but sealed their playoff spot going forward. One more win and they're basically in. So shout out to the Rams. Number 7, Seattle Seahawks, with after the Drew Lock game, keeping their hopes alive.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to the Seahawks. Geno Smith winning them another game, and now they're also basically one game away from sealing a playoff spot. Minnesota Vikings kind of fallen off since Josh Dobbs came back down to earth and got benched for Nick Mullins. Surprisingly, in my opinion, I couldn't believe that. So they're now down to 8, and then obviously the Falcons basically all but out of it at this point. Miracle win against the Colts this past week to keep their hopes alive. But assuming the Bucs take care of business this week, their hopes are basically gone. And then the Packers at 10, outside chance, but I'd say they're slim. And then after that, I mean, you could talk about the Saints if you want, but there's really no point in talking about them, in my opinion. Maybe they can win the division if the Bucs really falter, but really doubt it. Derek Carr, really disappointing season in his first year in New Orleans. But I'll let you go first this time. What's the team that kind of stands out to you? The first one.
I mean, I kind of said it from the beginning. The Seattle Seahawks kind of had that rough patch in the middle, but they've won, I believe, 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Now, thanks to Drew Lock, the complete study should be the starter going forward, but they're going to continue to roll with Geno Smith.
Okay. Before you continue, I just want to say I apologize for not catching your Drew Lock jokes the last 4 or 5 weeks. I've really let you down. I've left you hanging so many times. I apologize. Every time I watch him back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed it again. So I'm sorry, but continue.
Okay. Yeah, I think they've got a sneaky good offense. Maybe some things to figure out on defense to really make a deep playoff push, but they're kind of my dark horse team.
Yeah, I think I mean, no, I won't. I'll talk about the Los Angeles Rams though. I really like what they're doing since Matt Stafford came back from injury. I mean, we kind of saw. I don't know did you watch Thursday Night Football at all?
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the way they looked this past week against who they were playing. I can't remember who they were playing, but whoever they were playing, the Rams looked really good. In my opinion,
Saints.
The Saints. That's right. Because Derek Carr was playing. Well, I mean, they almost blew it. They almost choked the game. But the first 2.5, 3 quarters, the Rams looked really, really good. It's all coming back to me now. Matt Stafford's looking like a top 5 quarterback again. They got 2 top 10 receivers in Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Tyler Higbee's also coming on for him strong. And then I think I even said it in our group chat, I wish the Chiefs wouldn't have gotten rid of Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson is really starting to step up for that Rams team. It could be the clear-cut number 3, either him or Tutu Atwell, but having both of them, that's also a scary threat. So now, all of a sudden, the Rams have 4 competent receivers, while the Chiefs have maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe 1.
I mean, did you see the balls Travis Kelce dropped this past week?
Are you forgetting Rashee Rice?
I said maybe 1. Yeah, maybe Rashee, maybe Travis, maybe both. But anyways, the Rams receiving core is much better. And along with that, Kyron Williams is really coming on for them out of the backfield as well. And that defense on top of it, I mean, geez Louise. That Rams team is a real threat to look out for, especially if they get that 6th seed. I mean, Matt Stafford against Detroit, bro. Matt Stafford against Detroit, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch that game. That's going to be so fun. So fun. Anything to say about the Rams?
I mean, yeah, their offense has really come alive. That would be a fun game against Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And this former team packing.
Yeah. Jared Goff is his former team too. That'll be real fun. I can't wait to see that game. And I mean, every week we get a little closer to it. We just get a little bit closer to it every single week. We just need a little bit more, Aaron. Just a little bit more. We got it. We almost got it. All right. What's another one that stands out to you?
I mean, they're not in the playoff race, but the Bears.
Hey, shout out the Bears, low key. Winning 3 out of their last 4 out of their last 6. Shout out the Bears, man.
Yep, they've really improved after that abysmal start in the Justin Fields coming back healthy. So he's really kind of making it tough for them to decide what to do in the draft. So I'm shouting out the Bears.
Do you think Justin Fields is the solution going forward? Do you think they stick with him?
I like him. I think he's dynamic.
Like him too.
I think he's got kind of like Jalen Hurts qualities, where he's not the most talented with throwing the ball, but he's a dynamic enough runner, and you get him some weapons that could be a really dangerous offense.
Second best quarterback to ever come out of Ohio State, right behind C.J. Stroud. I like Justin Fields a lot. I think, man, it's just, you have the number 1 pick though. Do you trade it? I guess this year, if you're the Bears, because I
would.
Yeah, you trade it. Who do you trade it to?
Yeah, someone with multiple first-round picks.
Like, I don't think anyone has multiple this year though. So you mean multiple in the future too?
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe, Commanders?
I don't know.
Commanders have a lot of cap space. Oh, the Falcons would be fun. Falcons would be fun. But yeah, Bears. Shout out the Bears, man. They've been looking really good recently. I hope they don't get rid of Justin Fields, or if they do, send him to Atlanta. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I guess the last team I'll highlight is, everybody knows about the good teams, so that's why we're not talking about them, guys. If you're wondering, we all know what they are at this point. So I'm going to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield.
Just suck his dick harder.
Oh, man. Baker Mayfield with one of the best seasons in his career, if we're being honest. And I've been saying this the entire time. Ever since the man got drafted, I've been saying, give him a good running game, a solid, consistent running game, and the dude's a really good quarterback. Like, he just needs a little bit of that play action, man. He just needs that play action to be, solid, to be viable, to be believable. Look at that. Look at the Bake Show. 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That's a heck of a ratio if you ask me. Went in their last 4 games, 5 of their last 7, after going on a 4-game losing streak, brought the Bucks back. And I think I've said this before about Baker Mayfield, and this must just be a quality that man has. Brought them back from the brink of death, back into the playoff hunt. Baker Mayfield, are you kidding me? Better stats than Patrick Mahomes this year. QBR, no. But the rest of them, yards comparable. Touchdowns more, interceptions less. I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Patrick Mahomes. That'd be a crazy thing to say. But I think it's fair to say he's earned himself a multiple-year contract with the Tampa Bay Bucks going forward. You give him Mike Evans, Chris Godwin for the next 3-4 years, I guarantee you that team's going to win multiple division titles. Because who the heck else is going to win the NFC South? The Panthers? The Saints? Maybe the Falcons if they can figure their shit out. But it's coming up Bucks.
Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
Yeah. But it's coming up Bucks right now. Maybe if the Falcons would have signed Baker Mayfield, maybe they'd be better, huh? So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay Bucks. I don't know how I turned into a Baker super fan on this channel. But I believe in the man. This is ludicrous. I heard you called him ludicrous. This is ludicrous, Aaron. That Baker Mayfield is not getting his flowers. Ludicrous.
Yeah, it's funny. You give him everything he needs, everything any quarterback needs to be successful, and he's decent.
Yeah. I never said he was going to be... I didn't like him being a number 1 overall pick. But I thought whenever he got exiled from Cleveland, the land, when he got exiled from the land, I thought that was unfair and unjust.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're dick riding him so hard. I mean, this is kind of what...
Because I'm here
I feel like most people thought
I'm here for the comeback story, Aaron. And I think you should win.
You're going to be wiping his cum off your back if you're not careful.
Like Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Anything you want to say about the updated NFL playoff picture before we go?
Nope.
Alright, that'll do it for this episode of Swivel Chair Sports. I've been your host, Sex Circle Bar Berkeley. My host today, Aaron, going to Bayern.
Hi.
Alright, if you enjoyed this, please make sure to like and subscribe. Other than that, deuces.